Mangalorean Christian house. This is a very aspirational house where it is apparent that the residents look up to and try to imitate the Portuguese colonists. The architecture has a heavy influence from European architecture with symbolical pillars with arcs, use of glass windows, tall ceilings, and a predominantly white-looking building resembling a church. The roof is traditional, thus adapting to the heavy rain (2000 to 2500 mm per year) of Mangalore monsoon. The centerpiece of the house is an altar with Christ. The dining room has a fresco of the Last Supper. The Holy Cross is generously used throughout the house. The Western aspirations are pronounced in hobbies too. The hobby room has props such as a guitar, a Murphy radio, an old camera, and a dedicated place for processing the photo films. At one point, Shanai imagined that cinema could be used to enhance public appreciation for architecture. So he led director Girish Karnad and a film crew to shoot Utsav in one sprawling home in Halsnar village. The 1984 film was a hit, and a particular house lingered as a popular location for Kannada movies. But that adventure proved just a token respite from the concrete conquest of South Canada. The dismemberment disturbed his soul. Late at night, Shania penned long letters to luminaries in India's cultural establishment. What a shame it is for a civilization which we claim to be 5,000 years old when we cannot save our built heritage of even 100 years old. He affirmed in a 1993 letter to a prominent poet in Bombay. Chennai Solutions was Hasta Shilpa Heritage Village, an enclave of 6.5 acres carved out of the university town of Manipal, galvanizing teams of monsoons and carpenters. Chennai arranged for 16 houses and 9 streams to be transplanted to the site after getting the land on lease from the local government. The structures ranged from 160 to 700 years old, some of them once serving as homes to noblemen, traders, seafarers, and priests. 9 new buildings were also wedged into the science, earmarked for collections of musical instruments, handicraft, textiles, lithographs, and paintings. But from Chennai perspective, the main focus would have always be vernacular architecture and bygone ways of living. Today, each house contains artifacts arranged according to Chennai's exacting taste. Genuine antiques share space with recently commissioned adornments such as enlarged motifs from Kanjifa playing cards. Muslims, Hindus, and Christians' dwellings stand in close proximity, aside from a few discrete boards that identify the house in a delicate front. As an ambition, Chennai selected particular music and fragrances to waltz to different dwellings. He developed his own notions about masculine and feminine architecture and how best to enhance the energies of each space. For example, he saw nothing unusual about combining a rose scent and recording of Rag Durg by Malini Rajkumar to animate the 14th century quarters of military commander. While scholars might argue over some of his choices, Chennai was not a man to kowtow to the curatorial establishment. He was authentic to his imaginations of what these houses would be like. That was the integrity of his pursuit, says Dhanvanti Nayak, president of the Hasta Shilpa Trust and co-editor of Inscribed Heritage. Select correspondence of Vijayanatha Chennai. The sensory impact is unforgettable, a series of wow moments that can't quite be replicated in photographs. It's an exercise in abundance yet full of secrets. It's a very important that in one place you can get all of that architectural vocabulary, says Jogi Pangal, a designer and craft expert who teaches at 5 design schools across India. Open to the public in series of newly devised tours. The venue is a quick mad and very special and cocks a snook at convention, much like its unconventional creator, observes Deepika Sorabji, head of arts and culture at Tata Trust, which contributed funds for Heritage Village over the last 3 years.
Chennai died in March 2017. His spirit reminiscent of Albert Barnes, the legendary 20th century American collector from Pennsylvania, with very precise view of how to display a trove of impressionist paintings juxtaposed with door hinges, yarn spinners, and other household objects. In Chennai's case, the fact that his own finances were pinched makes his legacy additionally striking and mysterious. His shallow pockets were a far cry from those of the affluent ones, and even further from the grand Rockefellers who transported stones from several medieval abbeys in Europe to erect the cloister museums in New York.
The village takes you in India's rich heritage, culture, supreme craftsmanship, and architecture. Witness and admire the beauty of 18th heritage houses from Malnad, southern North Canara, and a few from historical North Karnataka. Traditional shrines from various parts of Karnataka, including the 13th century Harihara Mandir, will leave you in awe. Admire the rare collection of tribal art from Bastar, Chhattisgarh, and folk deities of South Canara being the main attraction. Each house, each museum, and every pillar of courtyard tells a story. Few of the about you will not want to miss, as not only you will know the stories attached, but also you can still feel the vibes and positivity in them.